Elbow Key has the classic lighthouse, you know, the red and white striped lighthouse that you'll see. It's a classic picture. If it's not on the front of this, it'll be there somewhere. It's a classic picture of the Bahamas. And unlike the United States, they don't care if you go up there and kill yourself. You know, you climb out on this railing, and it's got two bars that are 2 feet apart. A 3-year-old could go straight over the edge. Oh, okay. No.
Nobody to sue.
Yeah, who do you sue? Find a good lawyer. So, but you walk up, they just have to, you know, sign the. They might have a donation box set out, but you just walk in the door, sign. Hey, it's just a visitor log, and you climb all the way to the top of the lighthouse. And when we first went over there, you could actually climb up the last little bit of steps, and the light's right there with the Fresnel lenses. You know, you ought to study Fresnel lenses. It's really remarkable. But there's no electricity for it at all, zero. It's all a big sack of sand that gravity pulls down overnight. You know, the locals go in there and hoist it up by hand, and it takes 2 or 3, 4 hours, whatever, to gradually go down. And that makes it rotate, and it's just a big Coleman globe that runs off. Maybe it's propane, I don't know, some kind of gas. That's it. There's zero electricity involved, and yet this light can be seen for 25 miles. It's really something else, and it's right there in Elbow Key. Don't try to take perfection into Elbow Key. It's just anchor out, big dinghy. That's why we have a fast dinghy. But there's all kinds of neat things to see. You go around the point here. You can go down in here. This turns into kind of undeveloped territory. You get down in here, and there's some kind of beach bar. At this, here's the bottom exit. I forget what it's called. There's another cut right there that they'll talk about at the very bottom. So your 5 cuts are either side: the Whale Key, Man-O-War Key, Toulouse Key, which is about right in here, and then down at the very bottom for getting in and out safely.
Which one is the best?
Depends on where the waves are coming from. The one that's widest, wide open, and usually has the least problem is probably the one just south of Whale Key for getting back in. We use this one a lot. You really don't. If it's that bad of a conditions, you don't want to be out there anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. And all of the information is in this text. All the, you know, the morning nets, things like that, for Marsh Harbor, page 38. It'll talk about, oh, here. In Marsh Harbor, here's customs and immigration is over here. This is these are commercial docks, and the commercial boats will come screaming in here and wake you. They don't care. The ferries come in. There's a ferry terminal, maybe right in here. They come screaming in. They don't care, you know. You're in their way. If you tough shit that you anchored there, they're going to wake you. The customs immigration there. So you come in, you land at the public dock, and you walk down and clear in, and it'll tell you in here exactly the process. Only the captain leaves the boat, and then you go in, and you got customs, which is your stuff, your boat, and immigration, which is your body.
Yeah.
And they say you're supposed to do immigration first and customs second. And so you go to the immigration door, and they say, "Where's your, you know, some form from customs? Where's your customs form?" Well, I'm supposed to come here first. No, gotta have your customs form. So you go to customs. They say, "Where's your immigration form?" We're not going to process your boat till we. I said, "But he told me to come down here." Well, he's lying. So you go right back there, and he says, "Oh, okay," and he takes you in. But he was hoping that you'd get lost in the meantime, and he'd be off at lunch when you got back. So, you know, they'll send you all over, and they'll say, "Here's the rules." Well, it's that person's prerogative, however he wants to handle it that day. So go in, nice collared shirt, clean, not 5 days of growth, don't look like Justin Bieber or whatever, you know. Look neat for them, because they will be dressed to the hilt. It's kind of unbelievable in that kind of heat. The way the guys have, the women have nice skirt and blouses, and the guys have long sleeve. Yeah, suit jacket.
Will be in suits.
Yeah.
So if you have a nice glass or something.
So they dress up. They're
Doesn't
still
too much
they're pains in the ass to deal with, but they still dress up. Now on the islands, it's completely different. You know, if they don't have a supervisor nearby, they do whatever they want. They'd be barefoot.
Yeah.
You know, shorts and a t-shirt. But in here, they'll be dressed up.
But you should go ahead and be dressed nicely just in case they change things.
So, and don't argue with them. You won't win.
Yeah.
You will not win.
Listen, Sarkin.
So that's, I don't know, an overview on all of this, the Sea of Abaco, Hobo Key. You know, there's the lighthouse right there. If you just come in, there's a little public pier right next to it. You just tie up to that and go up in the lighthouse. You got to do that. That's the lighthouse right there. And like I said, we used to be able to go up right into the light area, but now you just go on this ring, and here's a view out of that ring looking down on Hopetown. And the well, no, I'm sorry. There's the lighthouse right there. This is from even higher up. The bottom cut is Vineyard Key. Maybe it's called Little Harbor Cut or something. I forget. Tom Curry Cut maybe down in there. I forget.
Curry Point.
Here's another in out here. Now this is a nice little. There's a lot of mooring balls here because there's a lot. This coral garden is a nice snorkeling right there. The bad part is, if the swells are coming this direction, they just come in and keep rocking you like mad. But there's a lot of mooring balls here that you can tie Perfection up to, and just dive. They're off the back of Perfection. You don't have to get in the dinghy and go anywhere. It just picked the day where the surge is coming this way, so it's not going to be rocking and roll you. But we've been there and had a group of eagle rays just come swinging through, like on the painting here. It looks just like that. Just come flying through. This whole area over here is kind of desolate. You can explore it with the dinghy at high tide. At low tide, it's just a wasteland of swamp. But there are blue holes. If you've heard of blue holes, there's a blue hole in here. I guess it's not on this particular chart. That just goes down to infinity and comes up in the ocean somewhere, because when tide's coming in, water's boiling out of it. When tide's going out, it's a big swirl. And if you don't time yourself right and you go diving in that hole, you just get sucked out a mile to sea and get dumped out of the bottom of the ocean. And that's happened to a lot of people.
That's weird.
There is a blue hole in that area. We've seen it.
Cool.
And I had a little memorial next to it of all the people who died to kind of make you think about it. So that's an overview of the Abacos. The Exumas.
I'm going to switch batteries and go to the bathroom here before.
Okay. Just the head suit.